Here to brief you about security emergency procedure. Hotel does not happening any mock drill, fire drill today. Hence, any alarm triggered consider as genuine alarm. However, ladies and gentlemen, there is no need to panic or scared. Our hotel, the Western Poway Lake, is very well equipped with all safety measures and precautions. In this hall, we have 6 emergency exits which are available to your backside. We'll pass you to the outside area where is the conventional entrance available. Also, we have 2 AED machines with us, also 2 BS system. Also, hotel has a tie-up with nearest Hiranandani Hospital. Our associate and executive are always ready to assist you. Thank you. Have a great convention. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir, for sharing the protocols and supporting our safety. As we begin our evening of celebrations, take a moment, look at your phone, put it on silent or do not disturb to have a smooth and uninterrupted event. But don't switch it off because we'll need you to use the app during the event. Once again, I wish a marvelous evening to everyone who has joined us in person and folks who are joining us live virtually. Welcome to all of you as well. It's obviously an evening of rejoicing and celebrating, and I'm sure we're all equally excited to see the grand reveal of this year's list of India's great mid-sized workplaces. My name is Suresh Venkat. I'm your host for the evening. On behalf of Great Place to Work India, I'm thrilled to welcome all of you to the annual celebration. This is the 7th edition of India's great mid-sized workplaces for 2024. This evening is an event and a testament to the excellence and dedication of mid-sized organizations that have fostered a remarkable workplace culture. It's genuinely heartwarming to see all of you here come here together, united in our appreciation for great workplaces. Now, Great Place to Work India envisions making India a great place to work for all. And this journey starts with our workplaces. Today, we recognize and celebrate exemplary commitment that these workplaces have shown towards ensuring a consistently great experience for all. This evening is more than just an awards ceremony. It celebrates the dynamic community and collaborative spirit that is propelling India Inc. to new heights. Tonight, we honor the best workplaces and the passion, the innovation, and the dedication that each and every one of you brings to your roles. Your unwavering commitment has been instrumental in making your workplace one of the finest. Some numbers now. Over 1,200 organizations participated in the Best Workplace Study this year and underwent a rigorous assessment. As part of this assessment, the organizations are studied through 2 lenses: the quality of their employee experience and the quality of people practices of an organization's entire employee life cycle. These are the sole criteria for determining an organization's position in the ranking scoreboard and help identify India's great mid-sized workplaces. Our best workplace recognitions are based on a global methodology that is standardized across 170 countries and is a gold standard in the space of workplace certification. Great Place to Work India is subject to rigorous internal and external audits. This year's study is the voice of 4.3 lakh plus employee voices. Today's celebration results from this extensive study, and I could not be happier to be part of all your winning moments. So let's begin. But before that, as you navigated through the pre-function area, you would have noticed a variety of exciting activities. Dive in, explore, and let your joy shine. We're celebrating Pride Month this month. Color the world, share your thoughts on what Pride means. You'll see our vibrant Pride wall there. It's an evening of celebration and jubilation. Capture your moment in the phone booth, take home some unforgettable memories, experience the magic of our 3D photo wall, and let your pictures come to life with every click. Now, pull out your phones, and if you haven't downloaded the For All Community India app, download it now. On this app, you'll discover interesting best people practices, case studies, speaker videos, and knowledge bits on workplace culture. All this is on the For All Community India app. You'll also find multiple QR codes, and each code will have something interesting for you, I promise. Throughout the day, we will be giving away some exciting prizes. I want to start with the very first prize. Now, if you've downloaded the For All Community India app, visit the Community tab on this app and share an independent post about one of your organization's best people practices that resonates with you. It would be nice if you explained why this is your practice of choice. Now we will select one random person. This could be either from the people in the hall or our virtual audience for an exciting prize. So take a moment and participate. You will also see impressions of the Pride theme across the ceremony, including your delegate badges. Take a look at your badges. The upper part of your badge displays your name and details, while the lower serves as a Pride Ally badge. After the ceremony, we encourage you to detach the lower half and present it as a symbol of appreciation to someone who exemplifies dedication to pride and inclusivity in your organization or in this room. It's our way to celebrate and honor those who champion diversity and equality. Now, we're ready to make this evening an unforgettable experience for you. You ready? Ready? No? Shall we do this tomorrow? All right, do it today. Before we begin this ceremony, may I invite Balbir Singh, CEO of Great Place to Work India, to highlight the pivotal role of trust in making India a great place to work for all. Here's a brief background of Balbir's journey as he joins us on stage. Balbir is an IIM Calcutta alumnus, a seasoned leader with over 20 years of experience building technology-enabled, brand-driven businesses. His core expertise lies in building and scaling high-performance teams from the ground up. Throughout his career, he has built scalable products in HR, banking, and high-tech. He enjoys partnering with his customers by providing rich, data-based insights to help them navigate their employee challenges. He has rich global experience across 5 continents. Balbir, the stage is all yours.
Good evening. I need a reply. Good evening. Okay, welcome to this prestigious event where we honor great workplaces from all over India. And I've been with Great Place to Work for the 9th year. This is my 9th year, and it's always a moment of pride for us to see so many great organizations coming together to celebrate. And could not have been happier to start this session myself. And some things haven't changed. One is the full room, and other, every time. It was raining yesterday when we were celebrating large organizations, and it's raining today. So in the last 8-9 years that we have had this event, it has always rained. And it's the rain gods also joining us in celebrating this great organization. So a big round of applause for everyone who is in the room and people who are watching this virtually. Okay, can we just move to the next slide and then we'll get started. One thing, this came from our global methodology and something that we were discussing yesterday. We had a lot of eminent speakers between us. We had Dr. Malshekar, who was sharing stories of bold act of leadership. I know some of you who are in the room today were part of that industry roundtable discussion and CEO conclave yesterday. And this really resonates with what he just said. For any organization, to make a great organization, great starts with leadership. And that's with all the people in this room or the head of businesses or the CEOs. And this bold act of leadership create experiences. And once you have created great experiences for your team, culture happens through, because you can't sit in a room and decide what is the culture of my organization. It is from the experiences that you create in the journey of making an organization that you decide, come and arrive at the culture of the organization. And culture drives performance. And this we have seen. I think we do a study with RSM International, and who has been doing this with us for more than 15 years in India. Great workplaces. So they just create a bucket of all the organizations that are in rankers and compare that with the stock market performance of NSE and BSE. And great organizations have consistently beaten stock market by 2 to 3% annually. And over a duration of last 14 years, they have given about 14x returns. So when we talk about great organization, it is just not creating great people experiences. It is about building organizations that perform and deliver and beat their competition on consistent basis. Of course, you will have your down days, but it has to be consistent. And what I wanted to discuss today, and we will see through some of the snippets. And okay, I have a clicker here. Sorry, I ignored it. This is about our journey. This is the journey of Great Place to Work in India. We started with 70 organizations when we started about 17, 18 years back. And mid-size as a separate property we started in 2017. So this is the 8th year when we are honoring mid-size organization. It used to be 100 to 500, then we expanded it to 100 and 100 to 1000. So the pool keeps getting expanding. And what we have seen is not only mid-size organizations. Through this, we have also worked with more than 100 organizations that are NGO. And we work with NGOs on pro bono basis. We do not charge them a single penny. It is the revenues that we make from organizations that pay, and we serve NGOs and also help them become great organizations. One thing that I take a lot of pride when we say we work with more than 2,000 organizations last year. I know you might have heard the host saying 1,200, that's just mid-size, but overall my pool is more than 2,000 organizations that we worked with last year. And we have had employees from more than 2,000 cities and towns responding to those surveys. So we had someone from Port Blair in Andaman and Nicobar part of the survey. We had people from Arunachal Pradesh. We had employees sitting in Leh and Ladakh. I think our database has employees sitting from each and every big city and town of India who are part of this journey. So this is a truly, truly representative sample when we talk about Great Place to Work. Other thing that has, I will like to bring your attention to, and when we talk about mid-size, we only talk about employee strength. I know a lot of you will be doing, will be high-tech businesses doing really big revenues, but we just go by employee strength, which is under 1,000. And if you look at the India growth story, and we talk about 7 trillion by 2030, a lot of that legwork has to be done by the organizations in this room. India growth story is, the engine of the growth is mid-size organizations, because if I were to go next and see, 50% of our export is done by mid-sized organizations. And 29% of the GDP is contributed by mid-sized organizations. And this 29% number is consistently on the rise. It's not something that is going down. It is consistently on the rise. So it is up to everyone in this room to make India a great place to work for all. And with India being a very, very young nation where we say, 50% of our population is under 25 years. We talk about Gen Z and challenges that we are facing with intergenerational challenges. I think every organization is going through that. You have Gen Z, you have millennials, you have Gen X, you have baby boomers. So there are a lot of intergenerational challenges. And I'll only focus on two aspects today when I talk about Gen Z, because they are going to take over the workforce in the next 5 to 10 years, because they're already 50% of our population. And next 5 years are going to be a lot of Gen Z. And they're also made of same skin and blood, so nothing to be worried about. Just few sensitivities, and I think we can just, make it all work, because we are all in this together. Someone's success is everybody's success when it comes to India's story. And if you look at the right side, those are the key drivers for mid-sized organizations. Now, what is it that the employees are looking for in any organization that they join that's mid-size? Number one key driver is talent attraction. If you see leadership development and walking the talk, they go hand in hand. When we talk about walking the talk, it's like leaders' action matching words. You cannot be saying something in a boardroom and doing something else. So walking the talk and developing your next in line. Leadership development comes as a really, really big strength area for mid-sized organizations, and they need to continue to focus on that. Other thing that comes out as a key driver for mid-sized organizations is care for employees and better performance and fair performance evaluations. This text is slightly smaller, so I have to see that. And when we talk about fair performance, it's not about the percentage of raise, it's about fairness. Managers avoid playing favorites. Promotions go to those who best deserve them. So that's about fair performance evaluation. Those are some of the key drivers. And if we keep all of that in mind, another important aspect that we should definitely care when we talk about Gen Z is the percentage of female in our organization. See, if you see the slide, you can clearly see, if it's Gen X, we have about 12% of women in that age category who are part of our workforce. Millennials, 21. Overall, India average is at 22. And this is not increasing, by the way. This number has been about 22, 23% for more than 10 years now. So it is not, we might be doing a lot of things, but this number is not changing. But Gen Z, we have about 33%. Of course, it is higher than rest of the segments, but the problem here is that a lot of these females will drop out from active employment. And how do we arrest that dropout or help female employees come back and join the workforce? We know the reasons: family, marriage, a lot of the reasons. So Gen Z, we see, because those are the folks in their 20s who are still part of active employment, but the dropout rates in India are very high. And that is up to everyone in this room to address that dropout rate, and how can we get females back to work on their right position. I think that's something, if you can just take two takeaways from here today. One is, how do we get women employees back to work and reduce the dropout rates? And second is Gen Z. If you see on the right side, I'll talk about the left side later, there are three things that I'm talking about. Gen Z employees rate organizations low on three areas compared to rest of the employees. Number one is intent to stay. They're like 8% lower than rest of the employees. They don't want to work with the organization for a long time. Second is meaningful impact. Like, the organization should be really making an impact. They really want to know how their work contributes to the organization goal. They really want a purpose-driven organization and able to understand how their work contributes to the overall goal of the organization. And third is purposeful work. But there is a silver lining here. Organizations that are able to reduce this gap and address these challenges, we see that in those organizations, Gen Z employees are 2x more likely to feel sense of pride by associating with that organization. 2x. It's not just a matter of 1.2 or 1.3, but 2x. 3x more likely to come to work on daily basis. They must singing and whistling while sitting in the employee office bus while coming to the office. And 3x more likely to experience a great workplace. When you experience a great workplace, you make it a great place to work for all. And in my view, a great organization is not just, that creates a great experience, but also where great work happens. If your organization is someone who is doing great work, the great workplace happens as a byproduct. And if you see here, I just wanted to show this, and this is very, very typical, and that we saw only in India. If you see 2021, that was a COVID year, and we had a 6-point jump. So I think kudos to everyone in this room. Even though we had a 6-point jump, we were worried, is that jump sustainable, or is that going to come back to 70s? And a big round of applause to everybody in this room, because we have been able to sustain that jump of 6 points that we had in 2021. All over the world, we saw a dip, because we do this surveys, like we are a global organization, we did this in 170 countries last year, with more than about 18,000 organizations. This 6-point rise was only seen in India, because in India we made sure that we are protecting jobs. Even some of the big banks who wanted an ODC, where nobody could go without an access card, they made work from home possible by shipping laptops and desktops to employees' home. We protected jobs in India, even for manufacturing, retail, across. So that jump, the trust that was won for employees, we have been able to sustain. But this year we see a dip of 1 point. And this dip primarily is happening in IT, about 2 points in IT and BFSI. A word of caution for IT BPM organizations, because the scores are dropping. But still a lot to take away from this slide, that we have been able to maintain consistently 80+ scores. And to end, I just wanted to congratulate everyone in the room that when we talk about great workplaces, there are organizations that have been honored for 10 years in a row, and we call them the laureates. We have about 28 organizations that have made it to the great workplaces list, either mid-size or large, for more than 10 years. And we had about 5 that we honored yesterday also. And if you see that number, that's really, really exciting. Out of the 100 organizations that we're going to honor today, 49 of them are either making a comeback or are appearing for the first time. That just shows the competitiveness of this list and the prestigiousness of this list. If you are in the room, and it does not matter whether you're 100 or 1, I think applaud equally for everyone. I think that's what I will request. And And once you have received your award, please keep sitting in the room. Do not exit unless you have a flight to catch or something. But please be seated. We like to see this full house. It gives us a lot of pride to see all these great organizations and great faces. From here, it looks really lovely. And so please be seated even once your ranking is over, and keep applauding because they're all your peers. This is all just one family. And we have to equally applaud for everyone so that even for rank one, I do not want the room to be half empty. I want everybody to be in the room. That's my request. And with that, I will pass on the baton to our MC, and a big round of applause to everyone before we start the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Balbir, for those insights. The point you made about retaining and increasing female participation in the workplace is particularly important. Thank you for setting the tone for this evening. It's now time for the world to see the Great Place to Work India's research report on the study on India's great mid-sized workplaces. May I invite Prasenjit Bhattacharya, Founder Director of Great Place to Work India, to join us on stage. Balbir, we need you back on stage to unveil the research report cover. Balbir, Prasenjit. Thank you, Balbir. Thank you, Prasenjit. I'm going to request you to stay on stage with us for a little while longer. I'm going to request our colleagues to remove the prop from the stage. To start with, we're all set to recognize our first winner of the day, the Best Companies Laureate in the mid-size segment. Laureates, we recognize this organization for its 10th year ranking in the Great Place to Work India's Best Company list. Let me tell you a little bit about this organization and their best people practice. Brigade Enterprises has defined the what for them and established the how of getting there. It's called QC First, stands for quality, customer centricity, fairness, innovation, responsible socially, and trust. Their core values guide each employee of the organization to work towards a common goal. This year's laureate is Brigade Enterprises. Can we have you on stage? Congratulations, Brigade Enterprises team, on this well-deserved honor. You set the example regarding consistency in creating and delivering a great employee experience year on year. Prasenjit, Balbir, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You may return to your seats. All right, it's now time to hear from all of you. I have a couple of questions for you. Do we have hand mics for the audience? Can we get them to the audience? And can you give me audio on the cheek mic? Right. Sound check. Yep. Here we are. Let me go to the part of the hall that's a bit ignored. Let's assume that you already work in a great place to stay. The question for you is this, and you can put up, it's an either or question. There are two kinds of great places. Great colleagues, average pay. Great pay, average colleagues. Those of you who choose great colleagues, average pay, put up your hands. Great colleagues, average pay. All right, let's go to the lady in the blue sari and tell us why would you choose great colleagues and average pay? As opposed to great pay and average colleagues.
No, I'll still stick with great colleagues and average pay, but I think the only thing which motivates me in the morning to come to work is meet my colleagues and not the pay I'm going to get at the end of the month. I really want to sit with them and...
Is your boss in the hall by any chance?
Yeah,
Just be
so
careful about that.
I'm considering my boss as one of my colleagues, so I'm sure he doesn't mind. But yeah, that's the one reason why I just look for the day because I want to meet them.
All right.
Fun.
Is there anybody who'd vote for great pay but average colleagues? All right, gentleman there, put up his hand right away. Can you stand up, sir? We'll get the mic to you. Could you tell us why you'd choose great pay and average colleagues?
So I'm paid well to make average people great.
Okay.
So
having average people actually helps your cause.
No. I make those average people great.
You have a chance to make average people great.
Great. And that's the reason I get paid well.
I saw another hand raised there, the lady in the back. Did you say you'd choose great pay and average colleagues? Nobody else would choose great pay and average colleagues? Okay. Who else would choose great colleagues and average pay on this side of the hall? Great colleagues, average pay. Yes. Can we go to the lady in the pink sari there? Clearly, I'm choosing the best saris in the room.
I thought this was purple, but pink.
Okay, so yeah. You know, purple under yellow light is the new pink.
Right, so anytime, great colleagues with average pay. Because pay I get once a month, right? Colleagues I meet every day.
That's an excellent answer.
And on an average, I spend 10 hours of my awake self with my colleagues, which is typically more than than the family I feed. So definitely, great colleagues is my vote.
All right, so the mood of the hall says great colleagues compensate for average pay. Let's move on to our second question. You've heard all the hoopla about AI, specifically Gen AI, and what it's going to do to jobs. There are two choices here. AI destroys more jobs than it creates. If you believe this is going to happen, raise your hand. AI will destroy more jobs than it creates. Or will AI create more jobs than it destroys? How many people believe that AI will create more jobs than it destroys? Okay, let me go to that end of the room first. Why do you believe that? There's so many doomsday pundits who are saying that entry-level jobs are going to go, routine jobs are going to go, manufacturing jobs are going to go. What kind of jobs will AI create?
AI will give us opportunity to think differently, will compel us, and that's why we'll think differently. We are human beings. God has made, or nature has made us that way. That's why we are currently ruling and destroying the environment with equal force.
Okay.
So we need to give that to us, all of us.
What is your current job role, sir?
I am a CTO of a company who's an infrastructure development company in technology.
So no chance that AI can replace a CTO?
Well, the thing is, I will in fact build a more AI-enabled system which will make my job easy.
Okay.
If I can't build it, I have no place to be here.
Okay. You still need a human to build the AI and
Yes.
control the AI.
Yes, and do the right things at right time.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what it's all about.
Okay. We saw another hand up here. You believe AI will create more jobs than it will destroy. Would you like to tell us why you think it will create more jobs?
Yeah, it's when computer came in India, we thought the same way, but it ultimately, given a huge number of employment, basically. Same way the software development, automations, every sphere, wherever it is coming, it actually gave additional resources to join in the system. Same way, AI is nothing. It's a supplementary for our day-to-day working. Whatever we are going to do in 3 months, it may be done in 3 days. So ultimately, it is going to create a new vertical, in every industry, every segment, a new vertical just to support AI-based services. That's all. Nothing else. It's my sense, yes, as you mentioned, whether we can be replaced by AI. Yes, some of our functions, our working can be replaced, not the human being, because we only developed the AI. So we are going to be stay back here only.
But ChatGPT for Omni is getting dangerously close to mimicking human emotions. It's hard to tell an AI-generated response. In fact, art experts are not able to distinguish AI-painted paintings from human-painted paintings.
So,
So is emotion and our brain our last defense?
so that's okay. Means, again, I said typically it can give us some supplementary support, but not fully. Because in certain cases, we find a very, different, answers and different, logics that is at all is not matching our requirements. So it is there as well. So typically, it is going to support us, not to kill our job as well.
Okay. Is there anybody in the room who believes that AI will destroy more jobs? Sorry, do you want to say something? Sorry.
I just wanted to add that.
Speak into the mic, ma'am.
Okay, I just wanted to add that ChatGPT responses needs also to be customized.
That's true.
You can't just cut copy paste.
That's true. So you need a human being for now for that.
Mind to work on those answers as well.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Another thing is, see, this is AI, yes, works on the input that we have given.
Yep.
Dangerous thing is the bias. We need to work on the bias.
But we human beings are biased, so obviously we'll give biased input to the computer.
Yeah, and the thing is, because we are biased, we have a bigger responsibility, right? AI cannot be given that responsibility. No, it's not time yet.
All right.
And the thing is, when did the creator start getting afraid of its own creation?
Okay.
That is the question.
All right. That is the subject of many science fiction films. All right. Now let's come to the third question, a slightly more fun question. Let's assume that you have two choices for CEOs. The first choice is the Amitabh Bachchan CEO. Amitabh Bachchan, a legendary actor, gravitas, is always well-dressed, always looks the same, always speaks the same, is a consistent person. The other choice is the Rajnikant CEO. Have you seen Rajnikant on screen? Right, so there's a bullet coming to him, he can throw a razor blade at it and split the bullet into two and kill two people with that same bullet. Right? He's a swashbuckling hero. He searches Google. You cannot search him on Google. Google searches for him. Right? But Rajnikant, off-screen, looks like a 70-year-old man. He doesn't wear a wig, he doesn't wear makeup. If you've seen him, he looks like anybody. You'd probably not recognize him if you met him. He's unkempt, he's unshaven, he shows his age. So which CEO would you prefer? A CEO who's always on, always in character, always in CEO mode like Amitabh Bachchan, or a CEO like Rajnikant, who's when he's on, and he's off, he's off. So who votes for Rajnikant and who votes for Amitabh Bachchan? First votes for Amitabh Bachchan. Okay? You have a third option. Okay, excellent. That's the correct way to answer a question. Can we get a mic to the lady in the third last row? Can you put up your hand, ma'am, so she can recognize you? Here. Can I request you to stand up so the cameras can catch you?
I would like a third option of Rekha,
Rekha, okay.
a woman CEO who can be timeless and classic forever.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Which movie star do you empathize with most as CEO? Yes. Gentleman in the back, can you stand up?
Since we are all throwing in names,
Yeah.
I'd like to throw in Ranveer Singh.
Okay. That's a dramatic choice for CEO.
Yes, because
Will there be a dress code in the workplace?
we don't know what you're going to expect.
Okay.
Okay? So that's unpredictability.
That's also called a startup CEO, by the way.
Yes.
You don't know what to
That's-
expect on any
We
given
have a lot
day.
of Ranveer Singhs in our midst, right?
Growth,
Startups.
profit, growth, like that.
So unpredictability also drives,
Drives business. It's a good quality in a CEO.
right? And you don't know if he's going to make you proud or embarrass you. So,
Okay. Clearly, what's your name, sir?
Shwetal this
Where
time.
do you work? Does your CEO know you're saying all this?
I'm the director.
You're the director. All right.
So I aspire that some of the people in my company would hope that I turn into one of those.
Are you hiring currently? Anybody who would like to work at?
After this, I don't know how many would.
You'll be surprised. All right. Any other thoughts on Amitabh or Rajnikant for CEO? Yes. Let's come to that side of the hall. Yes. Lady in the back, can I request you to... I'll come to you next.
Hi, so I would choose Rajnikant because all that glitters is not gold, and a man who can accept himself the way he is will definitely accept the people the way they are.
That's an excellent point. You don't need to be always on in front of a CEO is not afraid to be a bit vulnerable when it's called for.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, the other lady. Yeah. Can I request you to stand, ma'am, so the camera can catch you?
Thank you for the opportunity. Hi, my name is Mridula. I would choose my CEO to be like Rajnikant. Rather, I have a CEO who's like Rajnikant.
Is he here? Or she here?
He's not here. We are representing him from Excellent Technologies. My team is here.
Okay.
His name is Ankur Gupta. He's very real, very vulnerable. He shows himself exactly the way he is. And that is how he has created a culture where everybody can show up exactly the way they are. We don't need to hide. We can be authentic. We can be real and yet be here to receive an award for
All right.
GPTW.
Congratulations. All
Thank
right.
you.
So we have Rajnikant, we have Rekha, we have Ranveer Singh, dramatically enough, and we have Amitabh Bachchan. It's time now for us to move on with our ceremony. Right, I'm going to invite on stage Anurag Gupta, Vice President of Assessment Delivery, and Geetanjali Jagannathan, Head of Brand and Marketing at Great Place to Work India, to present the first set of awards. All right, remember what Balbir said, the decibel level of clapping has to remain the same for all 100. We have AI monitoring you. If you don't clap, you'll face the consequences at the bar after the ceremony. There's an app that we're monitoring you with. Are you ready to hear who the top 100 mid-sized companies are? All right. At rank 100, we have Accent Tech Services Limited. Team Accent, can we have you on stage? Most of the winners arrived. Most of the winners arrived. Just step forward into the light. Just step a little forward so the photographers can get a good shot. Congratulations, Accent. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay, a bit of a hygiene announcement. It's raining quite a bit, and some of our winners may be delayed, may not be in the room yet with us. If I announce their names and they're not here, we'll re-announce their names later to give them a chance to come up on stage and pick up their award. At rank number 99, and they may not be in the room, we have Tech Aspect Solutions Private Limited that's doing business as TA Digital. Team Tech Aspect, are you here? Are you here? No. Okay, Team Tech Aspect is not here. We'll move on. Which brings us to rank number 98. We have CloudWorks Solutions India Private Limited. Team CloudWorks. Step forward a bit. Congratulations, CloudWorks. All right, this brings us to 97, and that honor goes to RateGain Travel Technologies Limited. Team RateGain. Congratulations, rate gain. This brings us to number 96, and that honor goes to UrjaNet Energy Solutions Private Limited, now part of Arcadia. Congratulations, UrjaNet. This brings us to rank number 95, and at 95, SS Rana and Company. Can we have you on stage? Congratulations, SS Rana. This brings us to rank number 94. And that honor goes to JC Penney Services India Private Limited. JC Penney. Penny. All right, that brings us to 93, and at rank 93, we have Dorset Industries Private Limited. Congratulations, Dorset. At 92, we have Brevo. Team Brevo, can we have you on stage? Congratulations, Brevo. At rank 91, Accelerant Technologies Private Limited. All right, that brings rank number 90. Congratulations, Accelerant Technologies. At number 90, Sham Spectra Private Limited. Team Sham Spectra. Congratulations, Sham Spectra. At 89, Nividis Software Solutions Private Limited. Team Nividis. Rank 88 brings up RDC Concrete India Private Limited. Congratulations, Team RDC. At 87, we have Chegg India Private Limited. Team Chegg. Congratulations, Team Chegg. At rank 86, we have Tenable. Unfortunately, though, Team Tenable couldn't join us today. We'll make sure the award reaches him in case they're watching this online. Congratulations, Team Tenable. This brings us to rank number 85, Microlease Telematics Private Limited. Team Microlease. Congratulations, Team Microlease. That brings us rank 84, and that honor goes to Icreon Communications Private Limited. Rank 83, we have Sonepar India Private Limited. Team Sonepar. Congratulations, Sonepar. That brings us to rank number 82. And that honor goes to Kumar Equipment India Private Limited. Congratulations, Kumar Equipment. This brings us to rank 81, Parijat Industries India Private Limited. Congrats, Parijat. All right, rank number 80 goes to Lennox India Technology Center Private Limited. Team Lennox. Congrats, Team Lennox. This brings us to rank number 79. And that honor goes to Medtronic Engineering and Innovation Center Private Limited. All right, that brings us to rank number 78, Sula Vineyards Limited. Congratulations, Sula. This brings us to rank number 77. That's Muthoot Housing Finance Company Limited. Congratulations, Team Muthoot. This brings us to number 76. And at rank 76, we have Raise Fintech Ventures Private Limited. Raise Fintech. Congratulations, Team Race. All right, there you have it. Those are ranks 76 to 100. It's remarkable to see your commitment to creating extraordinary workplaces. Thank you, Anurag. Thank you, Gitanjali. Here we have the Wall of Fame for India's great mid-sized companies, ranks 76 to 100. Now, as most of you know, Great Place to Work India hosts an exclusive community for the CXOs of best workplaces. This is called the Best Employers Club. We have so many organizations amongst you as part of this club, and this club brings together leaders to learn from each other and the best in the world. This is done through experience specially curated for leaders, such as immersive learning study missions, Harvard case studies, large-scale summits, and much, much more. We're grateful to all our club members for their contribution to making India a great place to work for all. For those of you who'd like to be part of this community, We'd love to host and hear from you. Now reach out to any Great Place to Work India team member in the hall to learn more about the Best Employers Club. Meanwhile, I'd encourage you to pull out your phones and post and describe one of your organization's best practices as an independent discussion post in the Communities tab in the For All Community India app. And this is not just for free. One lucky winner who posts will get an exciting prize, which I'll be announcing shortly. So pull out your phones and post away. Now we'll continue the celebration and the merriment with our next set of awards. But before that, I invite Anita Borate, Practice Head 1 GPTW, and Neha Chopra, Vice President People and Culture at Great Place to Work India, to present the next set of awards. All right, at rank 75, we have Celio Retail Private Limited. Team Celio. Step forward a bit. Just step forward a bit into the line. Congratulations, Celio Retail. Congrats, Celio Retail. This brings us to rank 74. That honor goes to SD Global Services India Private Limited. Congrats, SD Global. At 73, we have Inorbit Malls India Private Limited. Team Inorbit. Congratulations, Inorbit. All right, it's heating up now. That brings us to rank 72. That goes to RN Galla Family Private Limited. Congratulations, RN Galla. Rank 71 goes to Vadam India. Vadam India, if you're here. This brings us to rank number 70, and that honor goes to Kippy.bi India Private Limited. That brings us to rank number 69. That goes to ISSGF India Private Limited. The team from ISSGF could not make it here today. We'll make sure the award reaches them. That brings us to rank number 68. And that goes to IPM India Wholesale Trading Private Limited. And that brings us to rank 67, which goes to Brigade Hospitality Services Limited. Congrats, Team Brigade. We come to rank number 66, and that goes to Valorem Reply. Congrats, Team Valorem. Rank number 65 goes to Symphony Limited. All right, rank number 64, Acuity Labs India Private Limited. Congratulations, Acuity. At rank number 63, we have Foundit, formerly Monster APAC in Middle East. Team Foundit. that brings us to rank number 62. Rank number 62 goes to Amara Raja Advanced Cell Technologies Private Limited. That brings us to rank 61. That goes to Hygienic Research Institute Private Limited. Hygienic Research Institute, ranked number 60, goes to Electromech Material Handling Systems India Private Limited. Congratulations, Electromech. This brings us to rank number 59, and that honor goes to Latent View Analytics Limited. That brings us to rank 58. That goes to Savills Property Services India Private Limited. That brings us to rank number 57, and that goes to Gala Precision Engineering Limited. rank number 56, Flight Center Travel Group. Come on stage. And rank number 55, we have Brinton Pharmaceuticals Limited. Congratulations, Brinton. At rank 54, we have Nipro, Pharma Packaging India Private Limited. Congratulations, Nipro. Rank 53 goes to Shubhashish Homes. Congratulations, Shubhashish Homes. Rank number 52. Rank number 52 goes to HCL Healthcare. Congratulations, HCL Healthcare. This brings us to rank number 51. Rank number 51 goes to Kongsberg Digital Software and Service Private Limited. Congratulations, Kongsberg. All right, we're at the halfway mark. It's time to see the Wall of Fame for ranks 51 to 75. Anita and Neha, thank you very much for doing the honors. All right, I've been told to put Prasenjit and Balbir under the spotlight in the hot seat, as it were. All right, can we get a mic in the front row? Can we get a hand mic in the front row? Let's start with Prasenjit first. So Prasenjit, at Great Place to Work, you study the best practices of so many companies, thousands of different companies. Now, Great Place to Work better be a great place to work. Does it put a lot of pressure on you to be a great place to work?
Yeah, so I think we always keep saying that since his question is addressed to me, a great place to work is which is forever striving to build trust to achieve sustained business results. But the operative word is forever striving. And a great place to work leader or CEO is forever striving to be a great people leader and sometimes failing, but never giving up. So if there is somebody who says that I have reached Maryada Purushottam status, he is not a great place to work leader because we are always striving. So that would be my answer. Balbir, over to you.
Balbir, I have a question for you though.
Okay.
You know, we talk a lot about what we expect of leaders, and being a leader is not easy. You have to have vision, you have to have microscopic view of things, you have to be able to control things, you have to be able to let people be, you have to be vulnerable, you have to be aggressive, you have to be fair, inclusive. The list goes on and on and on, right? We don't talk enough about being a follower. Everybody in a company can't be a leader.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what makes for good followership, not just leadership?
No, I think what makes a good follower or a good leader, I think you have to have great listening ability. You know, I think listen more, judge less. And whether you are a leader or a follower, that's one. Second is, if you want to be a great leader and if you're getting started, I am a great believer of producer leader. You can't just be a leader who is not producing. So if you are a tech lead, you have to be the best developer or best coder in the team.
Can't be a non-playing captain.
Yeah, you can't be a non-playing captain. You know, so listen attentively, don't judge, and just be a producer leader. And if you have those three traits, does not matter whether you are creating a team from scratch or just given a opportunity to lead a big team. You will have, as Prasenjit said, you will have your moments of failure. You have to be vulnerable. You have to be a Rajnikant. Yeah, and just hope, I think things go well for you and keep striving for best. You know, I think other thing that I just wanted to share, I heard someone saying that, that leader is in the room, so I won't take his name, but every night as a leader, when you go to sleep, just think of 3 names that you want to thank, have that gratitude in you always, because it's your team that makes you successful. The event, everything that we are doing, it's a team that makes it successful. So be full of gratitude and think of those 3 names that you want to thank before you go to sleep. And I think that sets you up for success. That's it.
Okay. Thank you, Balbir. Thank you, Prasenjit. All right. We had one winner who couldn't make it on time. That was rank number 99. To give away that rank, may I call back on stage Neha and Anita? Neha, Anita, can we have you back on stage to give away this one rank? All right, at rank number 99, they were caught in the rain, couldn't make it here. Can we have the team from Tech Aspect Solutions Private Limited who are doing business as TA Digital? Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing the honors. Congratulations to all the winners for 100 to 51. Now, there are some questions. What are this year's best workplaces doing differently to sustain high trust and high performance culture in their organizations? What is the relevant impact on their culture? To answer these and many more questions, please join me in welcoming, in welcoming Shoparno Banerjee, Head of Research and Insights at Great Place to Work India, to share the key insights from this year's study. Shoparno, can we have you on stage?
Am I audible? Yes. Hi, my name is Shoparno Banerjee. Please, if we meet, please feel free to call me Soup. Most people do. It's an honor to be here, and thank you so much for joining us today as we celebrate great mid-sized organizations, the backbone and the driving gear of the Indian economy. We take a moment amidst our celebration to delve into what makes a great workplace. As Balbir spoke about a few of our insights, we did observe minor shifts in the overall sentiment of workplaces. Even though the year-on-year shift at an overall level looks minor, just like waves on the ocean, if we take a deeper look, it's not the same across all industries. While most organizations in industries like manufacturing or NGO have done well, have been able to sustain their workplace culture year on year, and some organizations have even been able to improve, our research observes higher dips in organizations across industries like IT, financial services, and professional services. We understand the approach to workplace culture is nuanced, and leaders across industry in each industry are dealing with their own challenges. However, this does not mean we cannot look to our peers across the industry borders for learnings, opportunities, or probably solutions to problems we are yet to face. After all, making India a great place to work is a journey we take together. Earlier in the evening, Balbir also spoke about the importance of the Gen Z workforce and priorities leaders need to focus on. As we take a deeper look, we observe, along with Gen Z, there are quite a few other key demographic segments who are experiencing slightly different workplace experience compared to their peers. For example, women employees, employees in the supervisory role, or the critical group of employees in 2 to 5 years experience slightly different workplace culture than their peers. In fact, these groups have seen dips in their workplace culture against last year in quite a few areas. Interestingly, I'll take a moment to focus on the 2 to 5 year group. In most organizations, this ends up forming the backbone of the workforce. A person in a 2 to 5 year tenure generally has already learned all the ropes and should ideally be on a track to leading significant portions of the business. But what our data finds, what we observe, is interestingly, they go through something which can only be termed as a drought of disillusionment, where their engagement and satisfaction level dips. This is a critical area leaders should focus on. Across these demographic groups, we have also observed a dip in sentiments of fair pay, favoritism in the workplace, and their intent to stay. These are some critical areas we would say leaders should focus on. Any organization is like a complex system. And as with any complex system, the system is always greater. The result of the system is always greater than the sum of its parts. And for any system to work perfectly, all member components need to be treated fairly, with respect, and above all, with trust. With that, I'd leave you for now, and I'll come back later again this evening with some more insights. But let's continue the celebration of recognizing best mid-sized workplaces. Thank you.
Thank you, Shuparno, for that deep dive into this year's report. I want to let you know that this is not it. We'll call Shuparno back throughout the evening, and I'm confident by the end of the evening, we'll be much more conscious of the critical aspect of culture in business. After the ceremony, you can browse the research report on India's great mid-sized workplaces, once again on the For All Community India app. You can also start a discussion about your organization's best practices in the discussion forum on the app. All right, now we have a winner from our app giveaway for best practice. Can we have on stage Bhuvanesh Devi Ranjan from UrjaNet Energy Solutions? Can we have the gift hamper for Bhuvanesh Devi? Can we get a hand mic on stage as well? We'd like to ask her what her best practice is. Can you tell us what your best practice that you put on the app is?
I mean, like most organizations, we started the hybrid policy, part of COVID, but then we didn't want to take away once COVID was done. So we kind of re-looked at it, enhanced the policy better, and that is helping us hire employees across pan-India. So that's something that we have adhered to. Thank you so much.
Congratulations and all the best to you at UrjaNet. Right, not only do you get the gift hamper, there's another gift for you. You get a guest invite for the For All Summit 2025, India's largest and most sought-after summit in workplace culture. When you book one or more tickets, you get a complimentary ticket. If you didn't win in the last round, don't worry. We have one more surprise gift awaiting one more lucky winner. All you have to do is navigate the Communities tab on the For All Community India app, create an independent discussion post, and let us know what makes your organizations one of the best workplaces to work for in India. Make sure you describe it in 2-3 lines, and in the next break, you're going to get a prize. Now, before we resume the felicitation ceremony, we must learn more about the purpose behind celebrating these wins, celebrating great leadership in the workplace. Our next speaker will talk about leadership truth. Allow me to introduce him. Prasenjit is a man with a mission of helping enterprises in India create high-trust cultures that deliver sustained results. For 15 years, he served as the CEO of Great Place to Work India, and a few years ago, he co-founded the Great Manager Institute with the mission to give every professional in the country a chance to work with a great people manager. Prasenjit has 3 decades of experience in India and multinational companies like HSBC, Grow Talent, Siemens, and Crompton Greaves. Prasenjit has established successful businesses, including the Great Place to Work Institute in Sri Lanka, Great Place IT Services Limited, Kairos High Trust Consulting Services, and the Great Manager Institute. Prasenjit, before I invite you on stage, I want to show the audience a quick leadership analogy you have called out. Can we have the AV, please?
One of my favorite reflections on leadership is a story that I made up as I was growing in my home state, Assam, in the northeast of India. In the middle of Assam, we have a mighty river, the Brahmaputra, which flows right from China and goes to Bay of Bengal. Brahmaputra, as the name suggests, is one of the very few male rivers in this entire world. And when you visit Assam in monsoons, and if you happen to be on the banks of Brahmaputra, the feeling that you get is not just amazement and awe, actually it is sheer feeling. Brahmaputra is so powerful, it is so broad. Every year, half of Assam is submerged under the Brahmaputra. And yet, in the middle of that river, there is an island standing tall and standing proud, which refuses to be overcome by the mighty river Brahmaputra. The name of this river island is Majuli. Majuli stands in the middle of Brahmaputra against the fury and the might of this amazing, very strong river. And what does Brahmaputra do? I imagine Brahmaputra has the strength to demolish Majuli, to go over Majuli, and yet Brahmaputra decides to go via left of Majuli, right of Majuli, because Brahmaputra is not interested in Majuli. Brahmaputra is interested in his goal of reaching the Bay of Bengal. That's what happens when you have a goal which is so powerful that it's your mission. You will have many Majulis, many obstructions, many people who will put impediments on your way. Your objective is not to overcome them. Your objective is not to fight and win over them. Your objective sometimes could be to go to the left of them, to the right of them, so that you finally achieve your destination. Like the mighty river and my leader, Brahmaputra.
On that insightful note, Prasenjit, may I invite you on stage?
Am I audible? Thank you. And can I have the bottle of water from Dave? It's underneath. Thank you so much. Thank you, Akshat. My colleagues came to me, and ever since I started a company called Great Manager Institute, I get a lot of people inviting me to talk about leadership. So they came with a topic, leadership in the post-generative AI world. And that set me thinking about what is going to be the post-generative world and leadership in that world. So before I responded in a manner which I'll share with you because I was skeptical about the topic, let me ask you a question. How many of you believe that your business is going to be impacted by generative AI either now or in the near future? Raise your hand if you think that your business is going to be impacted by generative AI. Now, I see quite a few hands there, but there are some people whose business is not going to be impacted by generative AI. How many of you whose business is going to be impacted by generative AI, heart on your hand, hand on your heart, would believe that you really know how it will be impacted? Or if you are one of those who do not fully yet appreciate or know how your business is going to be impacted by generative AI, please raise your hand if you are not fully sure how your business is going to be impacted, but you know that it is going to be impacted. Now, when we talk about all the changes that is happening in the outside world, which includes generative AI, and in all conferences, people talk about these topics. And we know about ChatGPT, prompt engineering. But my question to you, and therefore I'm going to today really take a little bit of a contrarian view and talk about some things which I believe are not going to change in the next 100, 500 years, right? And are we leveraging those enough? My premise is that what is the point of talking about coping with change? Isn't that a battle that we have lost already? Some people would say that we lost the tipping point, the inflection point came 5 years back. Some would say 7 years back. Doesn't matter. Most people would agree that the rate of change today is higher, faster than our ability to cope with that rate of change. Am I making sense? Please raise your hand if you feel that the rate of change is higher than the ability of individual human beings to cope. I think a lot of us are slightly more confident about meeting that change. And why is it higher? Because the instrument that we use to cope with the rate of change, that instrument, which is namely the human brain, has not changed in the last 3 million years, but more precisely 300,000 years. Ever since 3 million years back, we figured out how to stand erect, Homo erectus. About the same time, we started running. And guess what? In 3 million years, the fastest runner today, let us say Usain Bolt, can barely run slightly faster than our ancestors 3 million years back. Right? And I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but we had a fascinating gift from nature, which is opposable thumb and fingers. And we haven't yet, some of us may not really have thought about it. This opposable thumb and fingers is the reason why humans rule the world today, because with this we picked up a rock, we picked up some other instrument, and we clobbered and hammered the hell out of our rivals, the Neanderthals, or any other animal. And that is when we started ruling the world. Till such time, 1 million years back, we started to communicate. And this communication, when it turned into stories, became very, very powerful. And at that point in time, ladies and gentlemen, 300,000 years back, from the reptilian brain to the limbic brain, our brain evolved, and something called as the neocortex, which is the latest part of the brain, actually evolved, and that's how our ancestors came into the scene. And the amazing part is, in 300,000 years, this neocortex, the brain that we have, has not changed significantly. That brain, our brain today, is slightly, very slightly smaller than the brain we had in the past. In the last 30,000 years, the shape of that brain has not changed. And if that is the case, the rate of change that we are talking about, we really don't seem to have much hope in terms of being able to cope with that rate of change. It doesn't worry me. I don't think this really matters. And the reason why it doesn't worry me is because I know that even the richest and the smartest amongst us, let us say an Elon Musk or a Bill Gates, has the same problem. Their brain is not twice the size of our brain. And I'm pretty sure with their resources, when they find a solution, that solution would be applicable to all of us. In the meanwhile, however, we'll have some distress, some anxiety. Will generative AI take my job? Some panic attack, some depression. And what would we do? We'll take a chill pill. Some of you are thinking that I'm being flippant. But am I? Let me ask you a question. How many of us have somebody in our family or extended family who regularly takes blood pressure medicine? Please raise your hand if you have somebody in your family, extended family, who takes BP medicine. Now, the funny part is, we all know people with high blood pressure, percentage of the population has increased significantly over a period of time, but this medicine, diuretics, was not even invented before 1950. Your grandfather and great-grandfather didn't have the luxury of BP medicine. We all know lifestyle, processed food, stress, all the things that are resulting in high blood pressure. We are not doing conferences on how to deal with high blood pressure because we found a pill that we pop in. Of course, 1% people also know how to bring down their blood pressure without popping a pill, but that is a small minority. Usain Bolt can barely run slightly faster than our ancestors 3 million years back. That doesn't bother us because today when I have to go from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, very rarely would we do padyatras. We will take a flight because even though we have functional limbs and legs, their limitation is not my limitation, right? And this is what brings me to the topic. Instead of spending a lot of time talking about how to cope with change, which has far outpaced one individual human's ability to cope, should we not talk about what has not changed in context of leadership? And this, ladies and gentlemen, has not changed. Our closest relative, the chimpanzee, is 98.6% exactly the same as us. It is the same DNA. If you give a chimp a puzzle, let us say a set of wooden blocks, and a human child the same puzzle, given enough incentive, let us say a banana and a chocolate, both of them will solve the puzzle. However, there are some ways in which we are different. But before that, let me give you an example of how, or few examples of how we are similar. Do you ever wonder why the CEO salary is 500 times higher than the entry-level salary? Not because your compensation consultant is telling you that we have benchmarked and therefore it has to be higher. To understand why it is higher, you have to really go and observe a gorilla tribe, a troop of gorillas. Have you ever seen the alpha male or the king gorilla sharing wealth in this context, saying that I must have one female for every male in the tribe? It doesn't happen. He does not implement a uniform civil code. He takes whatever he can in terms of any privilege that he can get. And power and privilege is a part of 98.6% similarity that we have with the chimp, the gorilla, the baboons, and so on and so forth. So the richest industrialist in any country, with 1/4 of his surplus income, has the ability to actually solve the problem of probably education or health, and has the ability, proven ability to do that, to execute it. But nowhere, no country, you will find that this gentleman is actually going to say 25% of my reserves, surplus income, I am going to use to solve this particular problem. You will tell me, what about Bill Gates? Haven't you heard about Gates Foundation? I'm going to talk about that in a minute, why it doesn't happen. Now, if power and privilege, and this is something that we inherited, which is why it is not Frederick Taylor's time and motion study that says CEO contributes 500 times more and therefore pay him 500 times more. It is the gorilla king who decides that I want to take 500 times more. And sorry if what I say seems to be somewhat offensive at times. I am not saying it about you, I am saying it about all of us. Why do followers still stay in that tribe? A gorilla king doesn't give me anything, but why am I still in the tribe? Because gorilla king gives me something which I don't get when I desert the tribe and I go outside. He gives me security. The moment I go and try to join another tribe, I might die. I'm talking about evolutionary biology, ladies and gentlemen. And imagine going back to that time when you are in a tribe. And if that tribe, you don't belong to the tribe, you are as good as dead. And how does it impact us today? Why do we feel that loyalty is not there with the kind of attrition rates that we have right now? I have worked with approximately 500 to 600 people at different points in my career who do not work with me today. Yet when I started Great Manager Institute, a lot of my key people are people who have worked with me in the past. When I called them and when they left me, they said, you know what, I'm getting better salary and better career prospects. When I called them back, they are saying, I'm ready to take a pay cut because what you are doing is something very exciting. I did a test on a particular day. I sent a WhatsApp to all the people I had in my phone. There were about 100 of them who were no longer my colleagues. I said, I'm preparing a presentation, investor's pitch. I don't know how to do it. Can you come and help me on Saturday? Lunch is on me. Almost 47 of them said, I'm coming. And half of those said, I have no clue how to make an investor's pitch, but I'll come anyway. But make sure that the biryani is good. Now, what do you call that, ladies and gentlemen? We try to talk about loyalty as if loyalty to the organization is something which is a part of our brain. The organization itself is a concept that is barely 200 years old. The evolutionary biology cannot recognize a concept which is not even 200 years old. But loyalty is a concept which is millions of years old. Because had I not been loyal to an authority, even though that authority keeps a lot of power and privilege for himself, probably I would have been dead. Probably somebody else would have attacked my tribe. Probably my family would have been killed, or worse could have happened, and therefore I'm loyal to the king. And that is the reason why all of you as leaders have the privilege of having a lot of people who are loyal to you if you know how to exercise that authority. I'm going to talk about another thing which is very important when we talk about the similarity with the chimp. There was this owner of a organization in Ludhiana who called me a few years back and said that my HR has given a suggestion that for the corporate office will implement a 5-day week. He had many factories, so I asked him, what about your factories? He said, no, obviously factories have to work for 6 days, but corporate office does not have to work for 6 days. Is it familiar story? Yes or no? So he said, what should I do? I said, I'll send you a small video clip. That video clip is from a YouTube video, and this is a video which you can easily find, where you have two groups of capuchin monkeys. Both the groups are being given carrots, and they're lapping it up. Except, after some time, the first group notices that the second group is being given not carrots, but grapes. They start jumping. You should see how angry they are. They start throwing the carrots back at the researchers. Moment they learn somebody is. So this gentleman, the homegrown CEO, the owner, he got the message. He called his HR colleagues and he said, you want to have the grapes for the corporate guys, but make sure that those in the factory don't just get the carrots, they get something else, right? And that is the reaction that we have when something like fairness. So I talked about authority, I talked about loyalty, I talked about fairness, but there is another trigger which is exactly the same between us and the chimpanzees. And that trigger is what enables us to survive as a species. When you have a baby who comes to your family, when a baby is born and you hold that baby, what is the first thing that occurs to you? Oh my God, what a clumsy, ugly looking creature. Eat! or you say, oh my God, wow, and you feel very loving. You feel like cherishing the baby. It is the same trigger later on, whether it's a puppy or it's a kitten or even a teddy bear, that gets triggered. Some time back in a workshop, I asked my participants, tell me the example or story of a manager who really is a best people manager. And this gentleman, Mr. Ramaswamy, he said, when I was posted to Kolkata in a multinational bank, my manager, Mr. I forget his designation or his surname, Mr. Mukherjee. My manager, Mr. Mukherjee, for 1 week, his wife would prepare South Indian food in a tiffin, and he would carry it for me because he said, our canteen in Kolkata does not serve South Indian cuisine. I'm sure you might be missing it. So my wife has decided to cook it for you. What is so great about this story? This incident happened 20 years back. So whether Mr. Mukherjee doing that or somebody whose colleague's mother is hospitalized in Chennai decides to take a flight on a Sunday and go and visit her, and the colleague puts a post along with the picture in LinkedIn, they may not realize that what we are doing is what is exactly that happens in the brains of chimps. It is a trigger that when you sort of switch on that trigger, you do something which is perceived to be caring, people reciprocate. So far, we are talking about how generative AI, etc., has nothing to do with the brain that we have inherited, which has not changed in 300,000 years, and the shape itself has not changed in the last 30,000 years. But is there a difference between us and the apes? Sure. The prefrontal cortex. And the big difference between prefrontal cortex is this. Never in thousands of years that we have observed chimps and monkeys and apes would you find 4 or 5 chimps carrying a log which is too heavy for one of them to carry. This is a unique human trait. We call it shared intent. The ability to visualize that we must celebrate the great places to work, get them all together, and get people to come together, come here, and actually do something is an amazing thing that no animal can ever do, which is called shared intent. And there is one problem with shared intent. The problem is the guy who is in the middle, the third one, he is only pretending to carry that weight. He's not pulling his weight. He is not really fully carrying that log. He's pretending to carry that log. So Zoom call in your office and half the people have not switched on their videos, and then you say, Prasenjit, what is your opinion? And after some time, and there's silence, then you say, Prasenjit, are you there, Prasenjit? Are you listening? What is your opinion? And in 1 minute, Prasenjit said, oh, sorry, I was on mute. Can you repeat your question? Is that happening or not happening? So, there is a problem that sociologists call as the freeloader problem. Because shared intent made sure that we got out of Africa, we conquered the world, but there is still a problem with shared intent. How do you solve this freeloader problem? The answer came to a question which was so powerful that it made people think. They said if evolutionary biology dictates how we behave, the single biggest objective of evolutionary biology is to protect yourself so that you can pass on your genes to your progeny. Because if you do not pass on your genes, then you cannot, your species is not going to, or your line is not going to be there. So let's look at warrior tribes. There are quite a few of them, like the Gurkhas in modern day, and we know that if you go to war, chances are you might die. If you die, that is bad strategy for evolutionary biology. So there can't be any way we are wired to volunteer to go and fight the war. But yet, they do that. The best strategy is for me to go, to stay behind, and my friend Akshat, if he's in the tribe, I'll say, Akshat, tum aage badho, hum tumhare saath hai. But I'm staying behind.
But that's not what they see. The Gurkhas still fight. They go fighting, they know they might die, but when they come back, there is something very interesting that happens. They become heroes. They're fitted. There are, if in the past, in the olden days, if mostly the men went to war, there are more women who are now willing to get married to them, or their fathers who are willing to offer their daughters in marriage. And then they realize that, oh my God, the freeloader problem has a solution. You may say, how is it relevant to organizations? There is this small company where every quarter each team will meet, they will discuss their KRAs and KPIs and contribution, and then they will do a forced ranking, anonymous, from the number 1 contributor to the number 15, depending on the size of the team, and the top 50% names in alphabetical order, this is done by a third party, will come back and it will be shared with them. People are superbly keen to be in the top 50%, even though they don't get any increment or any incentive for being that. Why? Because people want to build reputation. So Bill Gates, when he decides that Gates Foundation is really going to do a lot of good work, he does not know it, but his subconscious brain is saying, okay, Mr. Gates, please meet 50, 100 chief of countries, heads of countries. Build a reputation because you have built enough money. And this is an insight. The last thing that I'm going to leave you with is the second thing that the prefrontal cortex does. Shared intentionality, and the second thing is shared belief. Let me give you an example. And please tell me if you are okay with it or not okay. Okay doesn't mean that you are going to do it, but if somebody does it, it does not violate you morally or ethically. And I'm going to give 3 examples within this room only for learning purpose. Let us say that 2 of your acquaintances are getting married. There's no big deal. People get married all the time, except they are of the same sex. It's a same-sex marriage. Now, I want you to raise your hand if you think it is okay. Again, I said okay doesn't mean you are doing it, but if somebody does it, it does not violate you morally or ethically. Is it okay or not okay? Now, you will find a majority of the hands at a Great Place to Work conference go up. I have also been to conferences in manufacturing and engineering companies. There also it is majority, but not a vast majority. 20 years back, when I asked this question, barely 5% hands will go up. So there is something which is called shared belief that has changed over a period of time. But a really powerful shared belief is something which does not change that easily. There is this gentleman who has a national flag, and he takes out the national flag twice in a year because he unfurls that flag and he is very proud of it. Except that the flag is 20 years old, it's a piece of cloth, it is coming off at the seams, it is becoming ragged, it is almost torn, and he decides that after all, this is a piece of cloth, I can always buy a new flag. This old flag, which is a piece of cloth, I'll use as a rag. I'll use it to dust my house or clean my car. Is it okay or not okay? Okay doesn't mean you do it, but if somebody else does it, it is okay. It doesn't violate you morally, ethically. If it's okay, raise your hand. How many of you would raise your hand? This is an example of a shared belief. 20 years back, I was at Tata Steel in Jamshedpur, and the head of sales was doing the goal setting, the yearly goal setting for his team. At the end of it all, I happened to be a consultant, performance management consultant those days. At the end of the day, he said, okay, now let's go to the conference room. And this was a ritual. I realized later, in the conference room, there is a bust of Jamshedji Tata. And he says, now each one of you, please read out your goal in front of Jamshedji Tata. And you could see the tension in the room. It was palpable. It's okay not to achieve your goals in performance appraisal. It's not okay to say something in front of Jamshedji Tata, which is a bust, by the way, and not achieve it. So how do leaders create shared intent and shared belief. But even before that, do we know the levers which are there in the unconscious brain, which is exactly what is also there with the chimps, our closest relative, and many other animals. And that leads me to the last section. I was being flippant when I said that you take a chill pill. Anxiety, depression, panic attacks, we all know the statistics. They went up by 25% during the COVID years. They have not come down. Right? As leaders, we have a challenge and an opportunity. Every week, as I speak, this week, by Friday, 50 people would have committed suicide in corporate India because of workplace-related issues. Not all of them are being caused by their managers, but all of them are suicides which the supervisor or the manager or the leader was not able to prevent. And why do I need to worry about it? It struck me one Friday. I did an experiment many months back. I sent a WhatsApp to all my colleagues saying that emergency meeting at 7 p.m., please join. I had 7 reportees. One of them was on sick leave. Even he sent back a message saying that I am on sick leave, but I can join the Zoom meeting. I wanted to test it out further. I sent the same message to my 2 children, both young adults, saying that emergency family meeting, and just to make it more palatable, because it was a Friday after all, I said 6 p.m., emergency family meeting, please join. I have 2 lovely children. One of them didn't bother to reply, and the other one sends me a reply saying, no can do, Dad. And that's when I realized that what a privilege I have, that in this day and age, I have these 7 people reporting to me who are willing to listen to me, and I have them for 8 hours a day. So ladies and gentlemen, as leaders, you are not shaping just the careers of your people. Today, you are building their lives. And rather than worry about generative AI and the rate of change and technology and prompt engineering, which I'm sure there are people enough in your organization working on it, think about what has not changed in 300,000 years. And the 2 things which only uniquely human beings can do, shared intent and shared values. Thank you.
Thank you, President Jeet. For all of us who have experienced the pain of the freeloader problem, it's heartening to know that that problem can actually be solved. All right, now it's time to announce a winner for the app giveaway that we announced a little while ago. A winner, the post with the highest interactions is Shruti Jha from Muthoot Housing Finance Corporation. Shruti, are you in the hall with us here today? Audio in this? Yeah. So you get this hamper, congratulations. You also win yourself a virtual pass to the For All Summit in 2025. Now tell us, what did you post that got so many likes and interactions?
It was pretty simple when I saw it with other posts. I talked about work-life balance and the kind of emotional and physical well-being support that we provide to our employees. We believe in work-life balance way too much, so much that we shut our systems at about 7 p.m. every day and we force our employees to go back home and spend time with their family, come back recharged next day.
All right, for that post, Shruti wins a hamper and a pass, but you can win one too. All you have to do is, once again, I repeat, open the Communities tab on the For All Community India app. Let us know what makes your workplace one of the best in India. Do remember, the post with the most likes and interactions will win. I'll be announcing some more winners shortly. Now let's move on. Let me invite Akshat Shah, Vice President of Sales and Client Experience, and Delnaz Ilavia, Practice Head Consulting at Great Place to Work India, to join us on stage and present the next set of awards. All right, we stopped at rank number 51, so we come to rank number 50, and that honor goes to Instant Transport Solution Private Limited. Congratulations, Instant Transport. 49 goes to Opsito Technology. Congratulations, Opsito. This brings us to rank 48. That's Aspire Infolabs Private Limited. Congratulations, Aspire. This brings us to rank number 47. And rank number 47 goes to iPass Development Foundation. Congratulations, iPass. Rank 46 goes to Electronic Payment and Services Private Limited. All right, this brings us to 45, and rank 45 goes to Acquia India Private Limited. Congratulations, Acquia. This brings us to rank number 44, Gera Developments Private Limited. All right, and at 43, Randstand Rice Smart. Team Randstand Rice Smart, there you are. All right, this brings us to number 42, and that honor goes to Swatantra Micro Housing Finance Corporation Limited. Congratulations, Swatantra. Rank 41 goes to Insight Print Communications Private Limited. Congratulations, Inside Print Communications. This brings us to rank number 4040, and that goes to Gus Global Services India Private Limited. Congratulations, Gus Global. Rank number 39, Jungly Games. Congratulations, Jungly Games. Congratulations, Jungly Games. Rank 38 is Brigade Enterprises Limited. forward a bit. Just get into the light. Congratulations, Brigade. This brings us to rank number 37. Rank number 37 is Wellspun Enterprises Limited. Congratulations, Wellspun. This brings us to rank number 36, Eli Lilly and Company. Congratulations, Eli Lilly. And we're at number 35, and that honor goes to Beyond Key Systems Private Limited. All right, this brings us to rank number 34, Genesis Telecom Labs India Private Limited. All right, ranked number 33, TARS Distribution India Private Limited. All right, ranked number 32, Coca-Cola India Private Limited. Congratulations, Coca-Cola. This brings us to rank number 31, ABC Consultants Private Limited. And that brings us to rank number 30, Remson's Industries Limited. All right, rank number 29, Admiral India. And rank number 28, put your hands together for Precisely Software and Data India Private Limited. Congratulations, Precisely. Rank number 27, Sterlite Power Transmission Limited. Congratulations, Sterlite Power. This brings us to rank number 26, F5 Networks Innovation Private Limited. All right. Can we have the wall of fame for ranks 26 to 50? Thank you, Akshat. Thank you, Delnaz. All right. We have another round of audience participation now. Would anybody like to share one piece of information, one learning, one insight that they've learned today in the ceremony so far? Anybody? Something that's occurred to you that you didn't think of before that is occurring to you? Yes, sir. Could you stand up, sir? We'll send the mic to you. You'll have to use the mic. I know you have a powerful voice, but still the audience can't hear you.
So today in the session, when the sir was talking about the generative AI, and definitely everyone was thinking that how it will impact all the industry, and you were also talking about job cutting. But after his session, I realized that human being will always remain as human being. It is more than, it's more about like self-belief and how we work with others. So that would always be
All
there.
right, so
and
AI
will
can
always
come
be
and
there.
AI can go, but human
Yeah,
self-belief,
AI,
hard to
yes.
replace that.
Yes.
All right, any other learnings that anybody would like to share from this side of the hall? Yes, go ahead.
The case study which Mr. Prasanjit talked about, Brahmaputra and Majuli, that was very insightful.
It's a nice story, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So are you the Brahmaputra or are you the Majuli?
Well, we all are Brahmaputras and we all have our Majulis to face.
To protect.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Prasanjit, I see your story has touched a few emotional chords here today. All right. Let's get back to this ceremony. It's time for all of you to pull out your phones. We're going to show you a QR code on the screen. All of you are welcome to share your feedback on that you've heard. Anything you'd like to tell us to make the next edition even more impactful. You have 60 seconds to submit your feedback. Okay, it's time to invite another winner. Sonu Rathod, are you in the hall with us? Please do come up on stage. Sonu works for SS Rana and Company. She shared multiple practices from her company and that's got multiple likes. Sonu, welcome on stage. Here's your gift hamper and you'll shortly get your virtual invite to the For All Summit. Tell us one practice that you shared.
Yeah, multiple actually. So at SS Rana and Company, we believe that women are the future. And 50% of our employees are women workforce. So we invite women from TIFAC as women from science and technology background as interns, and 5% of our women workforce get employed from TIFAC every year. Not just that, Mrs. Bindra Rana, who's the founder, one of the first lawyers of the country, felicitated by Dr. Radhakrishnan, Swami Radhakrishnan, our president, in 1970s. She still works, 78 years of age, 9 to 6. And she is like, everybody's mentor. And women come, and they discuss how you can take care of your family and work. So that's the living example, walk the talk by the management right there within the women team. So proud of, our women folks there at SS Rana.
Congratulations, Sonu. Congratulations to SS Rana as well. You have one more chance to win a prize. You know what you need to do. You need to open the app and share your best practice and hope that your post gets a lot of likes and engagement. And that's what will make you win. For all of you who participated, thank you for your active participation. And do use these discussion threads to engage with a larger community of workplace culture enthusiasts. CXOs of the best workplaces also routinely engage in these discussions, by the way, through a series of regular engagements in the Best Employers Club. These connects happen at regional as well as national levels in a mix of in-person, virtual, and hybrid meetings. In the past, members have discussed pertinent topics at length, such as personalizing EX or employee experience, leveraging AI, creating digital transformation champions, innovation case studies, and so much more. Feel free to use this event to interact with your peers from the club to understand their experiences as club member. All right, now we see all of you bustling with energy to hear which companies feature in the top 25 winners of India's great mid-size companies. To continue the series of recognitions, may I invite Balbir Singh to be on stage with Preeti Malhotra, practice head and co-owner of Great Place to Work India. Felicitate our winners. Balbir, Preeti, can we have you on stage? All right, that brings up rank number 25, and that honor goes to Amara Raja Electronics Limited. Congratulations, Amara Raja Electronics. This brings up rank number 24. Also goes to Amara Raja, this time for Amara Raja Power Systems Limited. Congratulations, Amara Raja Power Systems. This brings up rank number 23, and that goes to Soliton Technologies Private Limited. Request all of you to step forward a little bit into the light. Congratulations, Soliton. Rank number 22 is Innodev India Private Limited. Congratulations, Inadev. Rank 21 goes to LGT Wealth India Private Limited. LGT Wealth. This brings up rank number 20. That goes to Centis Pharma Private Limited. Congratulations, Centis Pharma. This brings up rank number 19 next. Congratulations once again, Centis Pharma. Rank number 19 goes to Hilti India Private Limited. Congratulations, Hilti India. This brings up rank number 18, and that goes to Oryx Auto Infrastructure Services Limited. Congratulations, Oryx Auto. Rank 17 sees Rimini Street India Operations Private Limited. Congratulations, Rimini Street India. Rank number 16 is NIA Institutions. Congratulations, rank 15 sees Oryx again, this time Oryx Leasing and Financial Services India. Oryx. Rank 14 goes to STT Global Data Centers India Private Limited. Congratulations, STT Global. This brings up rank number 13. It's hotting up. We have Integrace Private Limited. Two step forward, please. Two step forward. All right, rank number 12 goes to Pearl Academy. And that brings us to rank number 11. And rank number 11 goes to Verisk. congratulations to all the companies for rank 11 to 25. Your passion and hard work clearly has paid off. Take a look at the Wall of Fame. Thank you, Balbir. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you for doing the honors. Let's take a moment to appreciate ranks 11 to 25. And with that, I'd like to call on stage once again Shuparna Banerjee as we unravel the findings from our research of the mid-sized organization study. Shuparna, can we have you on stage?
Good evening once again. As we boil down to the most anticipated part of this evening, I'd like to take a moment to appreciate each and every member, each and every organization present here today. Your organization sets the benchmark, sets the standard for what it means to be a great workplace. So a round of applause to each and everyone present here. And as I stand as the last block before we go into the much anticipated part of the countdown, I would also like to take a moment to understand what it means to be a best workplace and what are best workplaces doing differently. Our research finds best mid-sized organizations understands the importance of key drivers of workplace culture and understand the importance of investing in these factors and parameters. Compared to their peers, best workplaces such as yours often find their employees are more likely to remain with the organization longer, are more motivated, and more likely to experience a great workplace culture. This is a sheer testament to the things your organizations have been doing right and effectively and sustainably put you ahead of your competition. A better workplace culture and higher employee satisfaction translates directly to better business results. And our research finds best workplaces consistently achieving these results through better employee retention, better agility, and higher levels of collaboration among employees. Best workplaces have been able to build buy-in among employees to go above and beyond, put in higher levels of discretionary effort, and actively endorse their organizations to the outside world. An interesting factor, when we find employees becoming, more than employees, becoming brand champions, this has similar impact to when you have your customers becoming your brand champions. Employees going out and telling their friends, their families, their peers about how you are a great place to work results in attracting the quality of talent that propels your organization further, creates, as Prashanjit talked about, shared values and shared belief, creates a buy-in, a natural buy-in for that shared belief, and increasing what most talent recruiters call the referral pipeline. As we move to the much awaited part of this evening, I leave leaders of best mid-sized organization with a small message. Making their organization and India a great place to work for all, something we have been talking since we started. However, that is not the destination. That is the journey we take together. And not to hold on to this any longer, I move on and we start the most anticipated part of this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Shuparna, for that short and sweet presentation. It's time now to announce our final winner for our app contest. Archana Sarda from Microlease Telematics. Are you in the room? Please do join me on stage. Her colleagues have also responded about how proud their company makes them. Archana. And you get your virtual pass to the For All Summit as well. Tell us what you posted on the app and why it got so much appreciation from your colleagues.
Sure, thank you. I think I just reiterated what was highlighted here some time back. That is walk the talk. I think we all talk about doing too many things, but I think translating your core values into your day-to-day, what you work, is most important thing. That is the kind of culture we would like to have. And one of the programs which we implemented, that was pre-COVID only, that is, sometimes our employees, are financially distressed, maybe because of XYZ reasons. So just to take that load off them, we are offering zero interest loans to them. So I think that has really helped a lot of employees in maintaining that, good work-life balance, wherein they don't need to be stressed about money problems. We are taking care of that part for them. So yeah, that is one of our core values. We care, and that is how we have demonstrated it. Thank you.
Importance of walking the talk. Thank you, Archana, for sharing that. All right, I'm sure that all our delegates here will continue these conversations well after today's ceremony. And if you'd like to catch Shoporno for more highlights and connect with him, please feel free to connect with him after the ceremony. Right, and here we are at the pinnacle of tonight's celebrations. We have sailed through the inspiring journey of best workplaces from rank 100 to 11. We have finally arrived at the moment that we've all been waiting for, unveiling India's top 10 best workplaces. This is the moment of crowning glory of our ceremony, where we celebrate the epitome of corporate excellence and innovation. This is where each organization's dedication to excellence and innovation shines brightest. Get ready to get inspired as we honor these outstanding achievers who have set standards for workplace greatness. And to help us do that, may I welcome back on stage Prosenjit Bhattacharya and Balbir Singh to announce the top 10 workplaces for great mid-sized workplaces for 2024. Let's start with number 10. This organization at rank 10 has an initiative called Swagatam to transform onboarding into what they call a red carpet onboarding experience. It enhances transparency and personalization through multiple touch points from the offer letter to the first 90 days in the organizations. At number 10, Crest Digital Private Limited. Congratulations, Crest Digital. This brings us to rank number 9, an organization that awards the C. Ramo Prize, a prestigious biannual award. This honors scientific excellence in technology, engineering, and analytics, named after the company's founder. The chosen teams compete to innovate, push boundaries in data science, and redefine future possibilities. At number 9 is Experian India. Congratulations, Experian India. This brings us to rank number 8. This company has an exemplary internship program. They offer students a robust 10 to 14 week experience each summer to learn from their leaders, engage in diverse projects, and be guided by dedicated mentors. The program culminates in a capstone project where interns innovate solutions to real-world challenges, presenting their ideas to senior leadership for potential implementation and awards, and that company is WWT India Private Limited. Congratulations, WWT. Let's move on to rank number 7. This organization ran a Living Our Values contest at their workplace. Their team displayed how they would demonstrate the organizational values through videos, songs, caricatures, and values merchandise for constant reinforcement. As an aside, this is also my former employer, by the way. The winner at rank number 7 is Music Broadcast Limited, Radio City 91.1 FM. Congratulations, Music Broadcast Limited. Let's move on to rank number 6. We have an organization at rank number 6 which runs a virtual career roadshow. This promotes talent mobility and empowers employees to navigate their careers within the company. It aimed to foster a self-directed career development culture and boost talent retention. Rank number 6 goes to Syngenta Services Private Limited. Syngenta. Let's move to rank number 5 now. Idea Hub is an automated platform for the organization at rank 5, through which the company formally invites new ideas and suggestions, tracks them, and shares the results with the entire business. Every idea receives feedback, either through recognition or feedback conversations. Rank number 5 is Varthana Finance Private Limited. Let's go to rank number 4 now. The organization at rank 4 runs a Project Happiness campaign with the core belief that happy people are more open, collaborative, and innovative, creating successful organizations. Each initiative under this program ensures that every outcome adds to the happiness outcome of the organization, and that organization is UPES. right, the tension is building up. We just have 3 more ranks left. So please, let's have some loud applause for the top 3 organizations. Rank 3, we have an organization that runs an innovation incubation program to develop an entrepreneurial mindset. This program encourages and invites employees from different backgrounds and expertise to collaborate and share new ideas to innovate and create business value. Rank number 3 is Pitney Bowes India Limited. All right, rank number 2 has buzz managers in their system. These agents support social engagement through fun activities and events across teams and locations. This can include events like step challenges and virtual gaming, as well as in-person activities like hiking and cultural celebrations. Rank number 2 is Version 1 Services Private Limited. Just 1 rank left to go. Rank number 1, this organization takes pride in their in-house chatbot, Kyra, which provides a wide range of human resources, facilities, IT, and more information. Kyra enhances the organization's productivity, efficiency, and user experience by harnessing the power of AI and natural language processing. Rank number 1, mid-sized company is H&R Block India Private Limited. Congratulations, H&R Block. A massive round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the top 10 workplaces in India's Great Mid-Sized Workplaces 2024. May you continue creating a consistently rich employee experience. This brings up the Wall of Fame for India's Great Mid-Sized Workplaces 2024 in front of us. Can we have the top 100 Wall of Fame? Take a look at the top 100 mid-sized companies. Thank you, Prasenjit. Thank you, Balbir, for doing the honors. By the way, the Wall of Fame will also be outside the ballroom in the pre-function area. Visit there to get your photos clicked and proudly show off your recognition. Congratulations to all our winners. Before the curtains come down, may I invite Anurag Gupta from Great Place to Work India to give a vote of thanks and closing remarks. Anurag?
Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you for being with us today, and what an event it has been, what an evening it has been for all those who made it to the list. Congratulations to all the winners. At last, when we conclude this day today, the grand ceremony that we had for the India's top mid-sized winners, this would not have been possible without each one of you who's in the room today, each one of you who participated, who did not make it to the list either. On the behalf of Great Place to Work, I would like to thank, there are a few I would like to definitely thank about all of you in the audience today for joining us for the event throughout and staying back and looking and receiving your awards. Those who are also joined to us virtually through YouTube live streaming, who were enjoying, who were celebrating the entire event. Our media partner, the Economic Times. A venue partner, the Western Pavai. Our production partners, Lakshya Live Entertainment. Our technology partners, Dreamcast. And our MC for the day, Mrs. Suresh Venkat. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Venkat? And we would also like to felicitate Mr. Venkat for his stay for the entire 2 days. He has been with us yesterday and today, anchoring the entire event, engaging our audience live through the day. And last but not the least, of course, the army behind the entire event, all the people who work at Great Place to Work, like we lovingly call them the graters. They've been working in and out, day in, day out, to make sure that each one of you participate, get your certifications done, make sure that you participate in the list. Thank you everyone from Great Place to Work for being around for the entire year. Thank you, gentlemen.